Hey kiddos, Mrs. Miller here, coming to you with this week's all-new book talk. Can you believe that summer is already halfway over? It seems to have absolutely flown by. I hope you've been reading and logging your minutes on scholastic.com, the Summer Reading Challenge website. Did you know that as of today, Dan Nolan Middle has logged over 8,600 minutes? That's a fantastic accomplishment, but I know you can do better. Also, if you've been reading, make sure you're taking your AR tests. Remember, you can log into the AR site from 4 to 8 p.m. every day, and the points you earn apply toward next year's AR party. If you need a link to either the Scholastic or the AR site, you can find them underneath the Mrs. Miller is currently reading box on our blog, right down there on the left-hand side. Well, so far this summer, I've talked to you about a book that fit into the genre of science fiction, one from fantasy, and one from action and adventure. Today's book is in a genre that you either love or hate: thriller. Well, more like horror, to be exact. If you love monsters, mysteries, and a good scare, I have got the book for you. And if you don't love scary books, but maybe you're a person who would love to read a story about how your average, everyday, regular life is injected with some excitement, this book is going to fit you too. Our book today involves an average kid who finds his boring life turned upside down when he discovers that his summer job is not exactly what it appears to be. Our book this week is called Killer Pizza, and it's by Greg Taylor. It's worth 9 AR points, and it falls into, of course, the mystery, horror, and thriller genre. Our main character, Toby, is an average kid. He's a B student who has a few good friends, but he doesn't have any really special talents. He's not good at anything. He's not an athlete, he's not an artist, he's not a musician. He's just average. Toby does harbor one tiny secret, however. He is obsessed with the Food Network. He dreams of becoming a celebrity chef and having his own TV show. The problem is he's never actually done any real cooking. But that changes when Toby is hired, to his total surprise, at a new restaurant in town called Killer Pizza. Toby believes that this will be his first step to becoming a great chef, and he's excited about his summer job, where he will learn to make pizzas called the Monstrosity and the Frankensausage, just to name a few. He's even more excited when he discovers at his first day on the job that Annabelle Oshiro, a beautiful, smart, cool girl from his school, is working there too. He also meets another coworker, a tall high school kid named Strobe, who doesn't talk much, but who works hard, and Dave, a lazy guy who doesn't do his job at all. Toby, surprisingly, seems to find his niche, making pizzas. He gets really good at it, and he, Annabelle, and Strobe become Killer Pizza's top pizza-making team. Well, things proceed as normal until the day that Toby, Annabelle, and Strobe are shocked to discover that the guy Dave, who does nothing, isn't just an employee. In fact, he owns the KP. Also, they're even more surprised and confused when they discover that Dave, whose real name turns out to be Harvey, doesn't want them to make pizza anymore. He wants them to be trained to become something called an MCO, which stands for Monster Combat Officer. It turns out that Killer Pizza is not just a pizza place. It's a front for an elite squad who are working to rid the world of monsters. Toby, Annabelle, and Strobe cannot believe what they're hearing at first, but when Harvey shows them his secret headquarters in the basement of Killer Pizza, things start to get real. It turns out that Harvey spends his time hunting a type of monster called a guatata, a half-vampire, half-werewolf monster that spends its days looking human and spends its nights hunting them. If you are bitten or scratched by a guatata, you slowly, over the course of a couple weeks, turn into one. Harvey suspects that Toby's hometown is now home to a large pack of guatatas, and he recruits Toby, Annabelle, and Strobe to help them kill them all. But in order to do that, Toby, Annabelle, and Strobe have to train to become NCOs. They study textbooks about monsters, train in hand-to-hand combat techniques, and they even get weapons training. And they know all of this is going to come in handy when they discover that people in their hometown start to go missing. And when that happens, Toby, Annabelle, and Strobe know that they are going to have to take action.